Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be fine and fit inside your homes. Yesterday, a huge chunk of people, approximately 468 people, were declared at COVID positive in the entire UT of J&K. This indicates that pandemic is still moving around. It is still infecting people, killing people. No doubt some economic activities are going on. Life seems relaxed, but in reality, pandemic is there. So you need to be extra cautious and extra vigilant to save yourselves from this deadly virus. Dear students, life is a precious gift of God. We need to give value to it and we need to save it first and then should give preference to the things that are related to life. But on the other hand, we have to sustain, we have to carry on, and some activities we have to do to keep keep going on or to live as a biological organism. Dear students, today we are dealing with one more important tennis, that is future sample. It is from class 10th to 12th, subject English. Dear students, it's always a matter of discussion and a debate whether the future is tennis or not. But in a video of 5 or 6 minutes, we can't discuss it fully whether it is a tennis or not. It's not a tennis. When virtual class will go off and there will be physical classroom teaching, we will discuss it whether it is a tennis or it is it is not a tennis, but it's well mentioned in your books that there is a future tennis, well mentioned in your books. So you have to read it. Dear students, future tense is a verb tense that is used for future state of activity or state of being. When I am repeating the things, future tense is a verb tense that is used for future activity or future state of being. Dear students, many linguists say that there are only two tenses in English, that is the past tense and present tense. They do believe that there is no future tense, but actually it is well mentioned in the book, so I have to read it. What is the formula for future sample? You have read the present sample. In a present sample, there is the first form of the verb. For example, I play cricket is the present sample. And when you are inserting will or shall before the first form of the verb, it is future sample. So I am giving you the examples. I will play cricket, and before the first form of verb there is will, so it is future sample. I shall play cricket. Before the first form of verb there is shall, so it is future sample. Take some more examples. They will play chess. They will play chess. Look, there is a will before the first form of the verb and it is simply future sample. He will go, he will go to school. Before the first form of verb, there is a will, so it is the future sample. So I am giving you the formula for it for framing the same tense, will or shall with the first form of the verb, and before the first form of verb, if you find will or shall, it is a future sample. So I will play cricket, he will play cricket, they will play cricket are the examples of future sample. Now take just a single tense, future sample tense. She will play hockey. She will play hockey. Or this is the declarative, this is declaration. How it is negative can be formed. She will not play hockey. She will not play hockey. Declaration is of two types. It is positive and negative. When you are denying the things, it is negative. When you are not denying the things, you are declaring the positive manner, that is positive sentence. So she will play cricket is future sample. She will not play cricket is it is negative. It is its negative. And how it is interrogative can be formed. Interrogative is simply a sentence in which questions are asked, and interrogative sentence end with the question mark. Dear students, she will play cricket. Declarative and positive, she will not play cricket. Negative and also declarative, will she play cricket? Will she play cricket? And at the end you have to put the question mark returns interrogative. So the formula for it is will plus subject plus verb. Will she play cricket? Take another example. Rashid will play chess. Rashid will play chess. It is negative, can be formed like this. Rashid will not play chess. Rashid will not play chess. And it is interrogative is will plus subject plus verb. First will, then subject, then verb. Will Rashid play chess? And at the end of the sentence, you have to put the question mark and it will become what? The interrogative sentence. In an interrogative sentence, always questions are asked and you find the question mark at the end of a sentence. They simply indicates that the interrogative sentence ends with the question mark. Now it is passive, and its passive is very important. He will play cricket. Now will play. Before the first form of verb, it is will, so it is a future simple. He will play cricket. There is subject, there is verb, and there is object. But in the same tense, it is the subject of the verb that governs the verb, that dominates the verb. A sentence or a tense in which the subject governs the verb or subject dominates the verb is active sentence or active voice. And in a sentence or in a tense where the subject of the verb is acted upon, it is a passive. And active is always a normal voice, passive is never a normal voice. And remember, there is passive voice for only for those sentences or only for those tenses where action passes from subject to object and where action does not pass from subject to object, and there is no passive voice for such sentences or such tenses. The language, English language, is with some exceptions and we need to go with these exceptions. He will play cricket. He will play cricket is active. Cricket will be played by him because cricket is a singular, and in a future simple we use will, and will we have to use be before the third form of the verb. In passive voice, always the third form of the verb is used. He will cricket. He will play cricket. It is passive. Cricket will be played by him. Rashid will kill a bird. Rashid will kill a bird. It is active. Subject is there, verb is there, object is there. It governs the verb. A bird will be killed by Rashid. A bird will be killed by Rashid. Remember, in the passive voice, always third form of the verb is used. This is, dear students, the formula for the future simple. It is negative, it is interrogative, and it is passive. Dear students, I am shouldering task to teach you English. My subject of teaching is different. Because of non-availability of English teacher in our school, I am shouldering the task to teach you English. But better is to learn these things from the English specialized teacher. But something is better than nothing. I am giving you the track to grasp the concepts. Before leaving the class, I am advising you do see these things on your available grammar books. If any sort of confusion or query strikes your mind, you can call me on 700666711 or WhatsApp me on the same number. And when you post your query by any means, within short duration of time, your query or confusion shall be cleared. But before leaving, once again, I am advising you to concentrate on self-studies. There is no substitution for self-studies, and self-study and hard work will take your sinking boat to the bank. Be blessed. Thanks.